Hey guys, how's it going? It's CarGuy11. Welcome to another live stream, and let's hope this works a little better tonight. YouTube, of course, got rid of the Hangout, so it's a little bit more difficult to do streaming if you want to screen share. And I like to screen share on mine and show you the latest news and the most exciting news of the week. And unfortunately, they got rid of the tool that I used to use. So hopefully this will work for everybody and you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. And also be sure to join in the chat, say hi, tell me if you can hear, tell me your thoughts on our subjects tonight, which are a lot actually. Right now, the LA Auto Show's going on, so lots of news this week of new cars. And of course, we had really big news earlier this week to start off the LA Auto Show with the new electric Mustang, but we'll get to that shortly. Let's while people are starting to come on now. Oh, great, we got Autonaut already. Hey, buddy, hear you loud and clear. Great, I'm happy. And can you see the screen share as well? I have dual screens right now. I think that's the way I'm going to do it. Not switch back and forth to the view. So you'll always see me in the bottom right corner, and you'll see the screen behind where I can show you different things. So anyway, the first thing I like to do is show you what videos we've done since the last live stream. And the last live stream was actually SEMA show. And if you didn't see it, it's pretty cool. Tons of Supras at the event. It was the car of the year at SEMA. Tons of builds, lots of wide bodies. So pretty neat. I didn't get to go, but yeah, it's I showed a bunch of different concepts and different builds on that live stream. So, but since then, the next video that I posted was a good one, and this is the one that a lot of people were asking for, and that is if I had to pick one sports car, the C7 or the Supra, which would it be? And I go into details on both, and I do actually pick. I picked one at the end. A lot of these YouTubers won't commit, won't pick, but I actually do pick one. So you have to watch that. And we got DSM Driver. Hey, thanks for joining us tonight. And then the last week's video is another great one, and you can actually win something. You can win an OBD2 adapter, and everyone should go ahead and try to win. It only has like 20 comments right now, and so 1 in 20 chance of winning. So go ahead. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel and comment in that video, and I'm gonna pick a random comment, and that person will win. I'm trying. I wanted to wait to 1,000 views. It has 400 right now, a little over. I'm not sure I'll get to 1,000, but if not, I'm going to give it definitely by the end of the year, so in December sometime. So definitely watch it. You can use it on C7. You can use it just about on any vehicle for diagnostics, gauges. You can do the track apps with it. On the Supra or any BMW, you can do the coding, which I talked about in this video. But like I said, you can have just about any vehicle and still use it. So even if you don't have a Supra or a BMW, go ahead and watch it and then comment in the video to enter. But anyway, yeah, let's get started with the biggest news of the week. And actually, you know what? Before we get into LA, because I know that's gonna take the conversation, I have actually some Corvette news, of course, And the first one I have is the C8 won 2020 Motor Trend Car of the Year. There's tons of these competitions going on right now. Car and Driver has their 10 best. Road and Track has the best driver's car. This one, and then there's actually even another one I'm going to talk about in a second here. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if this is really a surprise. This car is going to win pretty much everything this year because it's different. It's the first mid-engine Corvette, and yeah, it's pretty much. Don't be surprised if it wins just about every award this year. Of course, Supra was part of this group of cars as well, but I don't think. Supra's more of a niche vehicle. I don't think it's going to win this type of award. Everyone loves Corvette. It's America's sports car, and yeah, they're going to take it. In fact, let me let's think right here. Yeah, the next store I wanted to tell you is the North American Car and Truck of the Year award, which was just announced this week at LA. The finalists. They didn't announce the actual winners. Guess what? Corvette Stingray, Honda Sonata, and Toyota Supra are the finalists. So I think the Corvette's going to take it, no question here, in my opinion. And then they have the utilities, Palisade, Telluride, which are basically the same vehicle, and then the Lincoln Aviator, which is a very nice vehicle. And then the trucks, Ford Ranger, Gladiator, and Ram Heavy Duty. Now, one thing, this is typically given away at the Detroit Auto Show in January. And guess what? There is no Detroit Auto Show in January. It's in June this year. They moved it. But they're still giving it away on January 13th at a special dealer association event. So it's kind of funny that they are going to still have it the same time of the year that it typically is. So, and we got a couple others joining. CB2 Speed Force, thanks for joining us. Sorry for being late. No problem, no problem. And oh, let me just tell you, please look at Instagram and Facebook, because I can no longer schedule these on YouTube with this new format. So there's really no warning. It just pops up. Also hit the bell icon on the notifications, and you will get an email or a notification on YouTube that the live event is happening. But check out stories on Instagram, Facebook, and posts. I do the best I can to inform you guys. I also posted on the YouTube community tab, which is, I don't know how many people see that, but yeah, it's goofy. I hope YouTube comes up with an in-house solution to share screens for live streams. That's what I wrote them. I'm trying to really get them to do something. But also, I am going to do that giveaway on most likely Instagram Live. I'll pick a random winner from those comments. So enter and subscribe and follow me on those social media as well. DSM Driver says, will you be getting a C8? That is a good question, a big question. Right now, I'm very happy with the Supra for this year. We're going to see what happens with the upper models of the C8, Z06 Grand Sport, and give it a couple years to work out the bugs and see what happens. I like the car. Oh, I got a new poster, C8. Well, it's the full generation of the Corvettes. Actually, CarGuy11 and I saw it in person. It was here locally last week. There will be a video on that. She tells you her thoughts on the C8. But yeah, I do like the car. It's definitely a future possibility. So stay tuned. Autonet says Telluride is everywhere in Chicago. I think it's selling very well for them. Yeah, I've seen quite a few here as well. And it's a sharp vehicle. I like it better than the Hyundai one. This is the Hyundai. Where's the picture of it? No, I don't see it, but it is sharp. Unfortunately, it's all looks. It's front wheel drive based still. It's not a true off roader like I was in. It was in New York. It was debuted. I can't remember. No, it was the Detroit. Sorry. Um, and they had an off-road course, and they acted like it was a true off-roader, which rubbed me the wrong way. I actually made a video on it, and it was modified. It was lifted, huge tires. Yeah. Again, for me, it has the looks, but not the backing to support the look. So, oh, and one more thing on Corvette. C7, the last C7 was built last week, last Thursday, actually. This is kind of sad. Such a great generation of Corvette, probably the most successful. We'll see how C8 does, of course, but C7 did awesome. Had a younger buyer than ever, and I love the looks of the C7 still. And it's kind of sad that it's going away. The front engine that, all the exotic cars are mid-engine. So now C8's just going to be another exotic, nothing different. This is front engine. It had the manual transmission, which is also going away. I know times need to change and it has to progress, but I don't know. It is sad for me. A very, very great car. So Autonet says, what was the spec of the last C7? I believe it's a Z06, and it was auctioned off, charity auction, 2.7 million someone paid for it. So 3LZ trim, Z06. Hopefully it was a manual. I don't think it says. But yep. So all right, let's move on to LA, which, to be honest, wasn't extremely exciting. I didn't go this year. I went 2 years ago, and nothing extremely exciting, but lots of controversy. And let's just talk about that controversy. The first car that everyone's talking about is the Ford Mustang Mach-E. This is the full electric SUV vehicle from Ford. They're super proud because of the performance of it that they gave it a Mustang name. First of all, the vehicle itself is nice. I'm not bashing the vehicle itself at all. The styling is pretty decent for an SUV, not for a Mustang, for an SUV. The interior is nice, very Tesla-like. I mean, they're copying Tesla, but rightfully so, because everybody loves Tesla and everybody's buying a Tesla, and that's really the only electric car that's selling. These Priuses, the Leafs, the Bolts, all these econo car electrics are not selling that well. I guess I shouldn't really say Prius because that's a hybrid, but these other electrics never did well. GM just a couple years ago with that Bolt didn't sell well. Let's see. Oh, Applejacks is here with us. Hey, Applejacks, out trucking in Southwest Nebraska, raining. I'll catch this weekend. All right, cool. Yeah, don't forget you can watch it playback on YouTube, and you can listen to it even on podcasts. At least it's not snowing, Applejacks. Not yet. And unfortunately, we had our first snow last week. think it was last week, and it got real cold. Little too early for me, and they salted on the road. So now I haven't driven the sports cars. I'm kind of pissed off, and yeah, I hope I don't have to put them away for good. It has warmed back up, but the salt's still on the road. We just need a nice rain to clear off the streets, and maybe I'll get them back out another couple weeks. But we'll see. We'll see. So anyway, back to the Mach-E here. Yeah, the car itself, I really don't have a problem with it. Even the price is pretty decent. Little over 60 grand for the GT, which is their performance model, and it's 3.8 seconds, I believe they're claiming 0 to 60. So that's really good. All-wheel drive, of course, you can get rear-wheel drive. Rear-wheel drives won't be as fast, and they have 2 levels of batteries. But the point being, the car itself is it's going to be performance because of the electric and the batteries, and every other manufacturer is really going to copy this. So this is not earth breaking. Maybe Ford was one of the first to compete head on with Tesla, but there's going to be several others. I'm going to show you some others from LA here. Well, actually, I'll just show you right now. Mercedes has one full electric. Of course, Mercedes is more expensive than the Ford, but still less than the Model X. Now, this one isn't as fast. And what was it? Oh, 4.8 seconds, 0 to 60. But still, this is not going to be, they're not going to be alone. There's going to be Cadillacs. I know Cadillac talked about one in New York Auto Show last year, a concept. There's going to be just about every manufacturer. It's, I would say, relatively easy to get that power and performance out of these electric motors and batteries. And yeah, so don't be surprised of the performance. That's gonna be easy to come by in the future here. What it doesn't have is handling. I mean, I can't believe it doesn't even have summer tires. It's a sport utility, so it's not going to handle like a Mustang. And the sound. I mean, one of the Mustang traits is sound, and this has 0 sound. So I really, really question why they want to call it a Mustang. Yes, it has a straight line performance, but that's about it. It's a 4-door. It's an SUV. It doesn't have any sound. It's not going to handle. So why not make it an ST? They have ST versions of all the SUVs, Explorer, Edge, and then they used to have the Focus and stuff, STs. Why couldn't it just be an ST version of whatever they wanted to call it? Now, Mustang brand recognition is, second to none. Everybody knows what a Mustang is. So I could see them wanting to, have that name on there so that, people would know the name and know it's from Ford. But even if they kept it at Mach-E, which, I'm not thrilled about either, but even if they named it Mach-E and then put they could have said inspired by Mustang or Mustang inspired, that would have been fine for me. But this is literally called a Mustang, right in the name here. Ford Mustang Mach-E. That's the first name, is Mustang, not Mach-E. And all the badging is the pony. just like Mustang. There's no Ford badges on it, just like Mustang. Even inside, there's a pony on the steering wheel. And there's really not much even Mach-E. What's on the side here? So this is really irritating to me. And I know a lot of people are talking about this and are not happy with the name. What do you guys think? I mean the only other thing I can think of is Ford is getting so much press right now because people are upset, and it's controversial. So they're getting a lot of press on this vehicle, which otherwise probably would have just kind of floated through. No one would have cared, and no one would have known about it. But they want to get these early reservations on it. You can actually reserve it. So I'm wondering if they did it just to be controversial and to get people interested in this vehicle. I don't know, but I'm really not happy with the name. And yeah, you guys tell me what you think in the chat and in the comments below. But yeah, so all right, that's gonna be my rant about that. Let's move on. We talked about this Mercedes again. There's gonna be tons like it. Oh, okay. And if you don't even want to do the Mercedes, Toyota RAV4, way cheaper, more everyday vehicle. Well, guess what? Now that they have a plug-in, this is a hybrid still, but it's a plug-in hybrid, pushing with the electric motors now. This is for 2020, I believe, or 2021. No, 2021. They're talking about this one, 0 to 60 in 5.8 seconds. I mean, that's not earth-shattering, but still, just to give you an idea, these electric motors are going to add easy power to lots of vehicles. 302 horsepower combined. So, that's one thing about electric, not to be worried about. We're going to have performance vehicles. Not every electric is going to be, performance, but you're going to have probably performance models of a lot of vehicles, even SUVs and stuff. So that I'm not scared about electric. I'm not saying electric shouldn't happen, but with Mustang, they could have still made a coupe, a Mustang coupe, a regular Mustang, two-door, and been electric, and I would have been more accepting than a four-door SUV, four-wheel drive. That part I don't get. So Chuck's here. Chuck does stuff. Thanks for joining us. I think you are correct. Naming it Mustang makes everyone talk about it, and it puts up front and center with the press. Yeah. The only thing is this Mustang, this Mach-E is not coming out. It's still like a year away or so, maybe even more. So they're going to talk about it now, but that name's going to stick on it, unfortunately. And I don't think they could do a last minute change, or they won't. But yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. I know that a while ago. Well, actually, let's talk about some of the others that we're unhappy about, including the vehicle I own, Supra. Everyone's pissed off, with the new Supra, calling it a Supra. Yeah, I understand the old generation's not exactly like the new one, and the BMW partnership and everything, but it's still a two-door coupe, two-door sports car. Another one that was disturbing, Blazer last year or 2 years ago when it came out. The original Blazer was off-road, body-on-frame vehicle, and then it became a crossover sports car. Actually, that's the Camaro SUV. At least GM didn't do that. They didn't call it the Camaro. They called it the Blazer, which I'm not thrilled about that either. But at least it's SUV to SUV. Um, and then another one was the NSX. The new NSX was, not welcomed, the new name. That was, hybrid, or it is hybrid. So, but again, at least it's still two-door, mid-engine sports car. Not a totally different segment. So, yeah, there's history of automakers doing it. I think Ford is the worst offender ever that I can imagine doing this. Tell me if I'm wrong. Let me know another one that is worse. But I think they took the cake on this naming thing. All right. Speaking of electric vehicles, this one, Tesla, is not revealed yet, but it's revealing tomorrow night, actually. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna I missed this one, but it's actually not at the LA Auto Show. I don't think so. I don't think they showed up this year at the LA Auto Show. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe they're having their own event tomorrow night, and they are going to reveal their electric pickup. Should be interesting, and curious on pricing. I kind of like these sport pickups. I'm not a pickup person, but I don't mind the styling. I don't know if it's going to look like this, but Hyundai actually. I don't think they showed it. I don't think they showed it here, but Hyundai's coming out with a pickup. Yeah, they didn't show it. A sporty pickup like that. So, all right. Other SUVs that debuted at LA, and this is a gas, the Audi Q8 RS. And so this is a gas V8. I think it has electric. Yeah, it has a 48 volt mild hybrid, but it's mainly the gas engine, traditional V8, super fast. I think it's like 605 or almost 600 horsepower. Pretty cool. And actually, US has never gotten an RS model SUV, so it's pretty cool. They're actually bringing it here. It has 23-inch wheels. But yeah, I mean, I don't think they announced pricing or anything, but it is cool. At least they're bringing it here, and it's oh yeah, here it is. In Germany, it's starting at $140,000. But yeah, what a beast of a vehicle. Glad to see it. Obviously not going to sell very many, but pretty neat. And I think I think they actually took it on the ring, and it was 7:30 or 7 minutes 30 seconds, something like that. So it's a fast car. But again, this is probably one of the last gas performance SUVs. They're going to be all electric performance now, because this is not going to be very good on fuel. So let's see what else. Oh, here's another sports car. This is a hybrid, and this is Karma. So if you remember, they had a hybrid a while back, and now they redesigned it. I think they got bought over, but they kept the name. They redesigned the car. It was a Fisker before. Now it's called the Rivero. It's still a hybrid, but it's a three-cylinder with battery electric. Let me see, dual electric motors. It's a turbo three-cylinder engine, and the twin power turbo. That, to me, that's probably a BMW i3 engine, if I had to guess. But yeah, they're bringing it back. 150,000 though. I don't know. You know, this is LA, so you're going to get all these small boutique car companies. When I was there 2 years ago, Saleen was there and introduced the Saleen S7, I think, and it still hasn't come out. So I don't know. All these little boutique companies, I don't know if they're actually going to make it or not. But yeah, they're bringing it back to Fisker. Let's see if 150,000. Let's see if it actually makes it this time. The other sports car news, which really isn't much news. Dodge Challenger 50th anniversary edition. Um, just badges and color, the gold and the special wheel color. But yeah, this car is, this is the master of keeping this car alive. There's always special editions, new models, the red line, the Demon Hellcat, of course, just got updated this year too. And yeah, so this is a limited edition. I don't know if anybody owns or is interested in Challengers, but actually they're probably coming to the end. 2020 may be the last year for it. I'm not sure. I haven't really heard, but they're always talking that a new version is coming very soon. So hopefully soon, and it may be the end of the line for this, and possibly those Hellcat engines, because I'm not sure if fuel economy regulations will allow for it in the next gen. But other than that, I don't really see too much excitement here to talk about. Let me know in the comments below if you wanted to see any others. The Porsche Taycan was already revealed, but it came to LA. That's another Tesla competitor, very expensive, actually more expensive than Tesla. But yeah, unfortunately, nothing extremely exciting in my opinion. And then there's no Detroit. There's no Detroit Auto Show in January, so the next big one is Chicago. So I don't know. Maybe I'll go to Chicago this year. I'm not sure, but yeah, there's kind of a lull, and I'm kind of disappointed because it's something to do in the winter. It's something to talk about, something to make videos on. So, and I went to Detroit last year, and that was the best show ever. I mean, tons of sports cars, but you know all about that. So, but anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna leave it here. It's over a half hour now, so definitely stay tuned to, like I said, Instagram, Facebook for when I'm going to do these live streams. And then also don't forget to enter in to win the OBD adapter, OBD link on the last video. So, all right, guys, thanks for joining, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.